Hello, welcome to this overview of our corpses pack. There's a lot of cool stuff to cover, so we'll keep it simple and to the point. You'll also find timestamps if you want to jump to specific sections. As a bonus, at the end of the video, I'll show you the easiest way to use the characters in this pack to create your own custom poses. There are several approaches, but I'll walk you through the most straightforward one, so stick around for that. Let's begin. This pack is a curated collection of high-detail environment assets, including static meshes, blueprint compositions, and interactable elements, specifically designed for seamless integration into games and films. It's ideal for projects set in dystopian worlds, ancient tombs, catacombs, or medieval dark fantasy environments. In short, if your project needs old corpses, this pack has you covered. If you take a look in the content browser, you'll see the temporal anomaly folder. Inside, you'll find the corpses environment props pack. This is where all the assets for the pack are stored. Under levels, you'll find the overview level, which is the scene we're in right now, showcasing the entire kit. One thing to note, this level uses an HDRI backdrop for lighting. So if the lighting looks broken when you open it, just make sure the HDRI plugin is enabled and you should be good to go. Once you're here, you'll find the content organized into sections. To start, we have a collection of 44 unique poses, from laying down to hanging, sitting, and impaled. We've also included a material variant for a pretty awesome petrified look. If we head to the back, you'll find the Boneyard. Here, we have scattered bones, bone piles, and various pieces you can place against walls or in corners. For those of you still on the fence about getting the full pack, we offer a free sample featuring this guy right here. You can check it out on our fab page. Walking over here, you'll see some dismemberment pieces. These can be used as standalone environment props, but you can also combine them with the corpses. For example, if you want to chop off a limb or remove a head, you'd use these as plugs or replacements, and they work really well. Behind that, we have a rope and noose asset as well. Over here on this side, you'll find the cobweb assets. These are nanite geometry cobwebs, not your traditional card-based webs, which means they're higher poly but look awesome as support pieces for the skeletons and the environment. All of these assets have been carefully optimized to maximize quality without wasting polygons or texture space where it's not needed. Rest assured, you're getting a premium product. Walking over here, you'll find the Sarcophagus. This piece comes in two versions, a bare version and another with added accents like metal plates and candle holders. There are two parts here, the main body and the cap. Both feature detailed carvings, including sigils and ancient text. And speaking of no waste, the undersides of both pieces include extra details, so you can repurpose them in your environments as tombstones, ritual tables, doormats, or whatever your heart desires. And that pretty much covers the individual pieces. If we head to the left side of the map, you'll find blueprints with pre-made compositions. These include skeletons with cobwebs and 3 sarcophagi featuring custom poses and tailored cobwebs. You can easily pose these, swap the meshes, change materials, or make any adjustments you need. Here we have these cool dynamic hanging skeletons that you can interact with. And lastly, we have these characters. All of the poses in the pack come from these 3 main corpses. We have one that still has some meat, another that's mostly skeleton but with a bit of flesh left, and a third one that is almost entirely bones. All 3 share the same skeleton, physics asset, and control rig. You can find them all in the characters folder under Corpses Environment Props Pack. And speaking of the control rig, let's go over that quickly. This is a pretty simple setup. We have IK for the elbows and knees, along with a backward solve, which comes in handy when posing. And even though these are primarily made and optimized as environment props, you can definitely use them for animation if you want to, as you can see here. Alright, so you've got a bunch of poses, but let's say you're like me and have a bit of OCD, and you still can't find the perfect pose. Or maybe you just need something specific that isn't included here. So what do? Well, as I promised, I'm going to show you the fastest way I know to use the characters in this pack to create your own custom poses. For this, I'm going to use a clean map, just to start fresh. I'm going to create a temporary folder that we'll need. It doesn't really matter where you place it. Then, I'll go to the temporal anomaly folder, into Corpses Environment Props Pack, then Characters, and drag one of them into the scene. Now, we could start posing the character from here, but I'd need to lay him down or rotate him 90 degrees, and honestly, I'm lazy. So I like to give myself a bit of a head start by using physics. Make sure Simulate Physics is enabled, and then we can simulate the game. Once we're in, we can move this guy around to get a rough base pose. I know this is not perfect, but we'll use this as a quick example. After this, we want to either press K or right-click him and select Keep Simulation Changes. This will prompt us to save an animation sequence. Since this is just a temporary file, we can save it in the temp folder we created earlier. Next, we can stop our game, and we can see that it kept the changes. Now, to refine our pose, we're going to go to the temp folder and drop in a new level sequence. We need this to access our control rig in the level. It doesn't matter what you name it, since this is also a temporary file. I know last one, I promise. Drag that level sequence into the level, open it, and then drag our posed character into the sequence. This is where the backwards solve feature of the control rig comes in handy. We're going to right-click it, select Bake to Control Rig, and choose our corpse control rig. Make sure to uncheck the Reset Controls box, and if we did everything right, you should now see the control rig with the initial pose applied. Now we can go in and start refining the pose and making any changes we want. Okay, let's say that's the pose I want. Once I'm done, I'm going to right-click it again, select Bake Animation Sequence, and replace the original animation we initially saved. We can leave the level like this for now. We're now going to find that animation in the content browser and open it. If you still see the old pose, make sure to stop the timeline and go to the first frame of the animation. You should see the updated pose there. Next, we're going to go up to this bar and create a static mesh from this frame. Once that's done, you can save it in a location of your choosing. And now we have a static mesh. The problem is, if you drag it into the level, you'll notice the transforms are all messed up. That's because the root of our character had transforms applied to it. This is easy to fix. We just need to copy the transforms from our character to the static mesh, and it should line up perfectly on top of it. Next, we can open the modeling toolkit and do two things. First, go to Xform and select Bake Transforms, making sure to include rotations. This will zero out any edits and set this as the default pose. Lastly, go to Edit Pivot, move it to a spot that makes sense, and zero out the Z-axis. Once we accept it, we're done. You can delete both the sequence and the temporary animation. If you want, enable Nanite on your new asset and you're good to go. That's it. Thanks so much for your support. We hope you find this pack useful, easy, and fun to play around with. If you run into any bugs, have questions, recommendations, or requests, please leave us a comment. We truly appreciate your feedback, as it's crucial for helping us continue making products that save you time, deliver top quality, and are easy to use. If you haven't seen the trailer video for this pack yet, be sure to check it out. This is our first pack release, and we're already working on more, so these are really exciting times for us. Anyway, we hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next one.